Blessings, everyone. It's time for another series of weekly tarot forecasts, and this is the weekly tarot forecast series for the week starting February 27th, 2023. And we're going to start here with our card of the week, which discusses the background energy that we are all experiencing in addition to whatever is going on with whichever sign's chapter you are going to be checking out as you navigate the down bar below. Remember, if you're watching your rising sign, you're getting additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign forecast is showing up. And if you're watching your moon sign, you are getting the less prominent, albeit still significant side story that's also playing out throughout the course of the week. If you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. I've recently changed my hours to be available for later in the day on Mondays and Wednesdays, and so if you've been hoping for that, there you go. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. So this week, the big theme, the big universal focus is the moon card, upright. And in a nutshell, this is all about appearances, demonstrations, and conveyances, not communicating whole truths, right? We are getting more information that is going to be maybe highlighting or revealing illusions or lies or deceptions or manipulations or veils that have gone on in our world, whether these are revelations about a plan, a project, our personal history, family history, or something going on with somebody that we know. It's important to understand that the moon always shows up where we get more truth and more lie at the same time, because we are revealing the fact that an illusion exists, but it may not necessarily be dispelling the illusion, and that is something that is going to be up to us. Surface presentations, appearances, conveyance, demonstrations, those are not things that communicate the truth, right? I'm aware that a lot of the self-help world and even the fitness industrial complex would like to spin a yarn that says otherwise. But again, appearances and surface values do not tell the truth. And we have to pay attention to where even things as cheap as words are not going to be helping us dispel illusions. In fact, illusions can often only be dispelled with experience and with true revelation, which will be also happening this week. But we have to be ready to navigate that dissonance with grace and with dignity as we proceed. So that is what I've got for you as far as our weekly. Remember, we're all going through this, even me. And so let's go ahead and see what is going on with the weekly tarot for each sign. Hi there, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly tarot. And this week, your big spiritual theme, your big focus is the Devil reversed. This is going to be a week where a lot of thorns in your side, a lot of ties that bind, and a lot of chains that have locked you up are getting broken down and chased out of your world. With the Devil reversed, we have to remember that this is all about freedom. It's all about release. It's all about flushing out rats and getting them out of your personal space, out of your reality experience. Make sure that you are not trying to find a way to keep them in or to keep things going when you have a very positive reversed card demonstrating that all of this letting go, all of this release is for you. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Queen of Swords upright, and it does look like a very helpful ally is stepping forward this week to help you create a permanent solution or enact a permanent solution to a chronic challenge, hurdle, or roadblock that you have maybe learned to live with or have been patiently waiting to see what you can do to surmount. This could relate to a financial matter, getting into a better job situation, possibly some kind of correction of a mistake or an error or a financial or professional injury from the past. This can also show up in family and home matters where there may be some kind of situation that's become rather sticky, and the Queen of Swords upright is coming to clear it out. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Four of Swords upright. And it looks like this week a lot of you may be taking a step back from maybe being more socially engaging. The Four of Swords can sometimes indicate a bit of a, introverted period, going into the chrysalis, taking some time to recharge, not pick wounds, but recharge. However, I do think that this is also conveying where a friendship or an important contact and you are going to be taking some time to do that chrysalis work together, recovering a friendship, or maybe even making up for lost time with somebody very special, but just you and them, and maybe cutting everyone else out for a while. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Two of Wands reversed. Pay attention to where things may need to be corrected or reversed or maybe rethought because of misunderstood communications across the board. The Two of Wands reversed can often show up when people are bad communicators, bad listeners. They don't know how to say what they mean. They don't know how to mean what they say. And they end up creating situations that are far more complicated, disorganized, and chaotic than they need to be. Usually it's a sign of a lack of expertise or a lack of skill on the part of whoever is engaging in the situation, and we may need to find better ways or better strategies or maybe even better collaborators when it comes to surmounting this challenge. When it comes to relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we've got the Five of Cups upright. And so this week there is going to be the release of some kind of burden or some kind of pain or shadow that is hung over your love life for some time. The Five of Cups never brings up a new loss, but it is about finally letting go of something that has already been over, that nobody has moved on from. Now, this could be a week where a lot of you who are single or are available to new people may go through this experience because there is a new love opportunity being presented and you have to catch up, right? Get present where you may have fallen behind with regards to an old love story, right? Because we don't want to bring that to the new one. Or for those of you who are coupled or are married, this could be the release of something that you and a partner or you and a spouse have refused to move on from together. And I think that we do get a chance to finally drop it. We get a chance to let it go. Maybe someone's been fighting in futility. Maybe somebody's just, again, stuck going in circles, maybe picking at a wound here. The Five of Cups says this is a bridge over troubled water, and both you and your partner are moving on from this. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot. Your spiritual theme this week is the Ace of Cups upright, and the floodgates are opening for you. The Ace of Cups is all about becoming the recipient of an exorbitant amount of new resources, testaments of love, support, and also the tearing down of walls that may have been maybe blocking communications, blocking resources from coming your way, or keeping situations and relationships where there isn't as much intimacy or time to enjoy company as we would like. With the Ace of Cups upright, we are creating more open door policies throughout your world, more transparency, and also bringing in an influx of new support in the form of maybe new resources, new people, new tools that are also going to be congregating around you in the form of a stronger community. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Page of Cups upright, and there is a very special new offering or proposal being made to you with regards to a hookup of some kind. Now, the Page of Cups could show up in the form of a suggestion, somebody wanting to put something on the table that is just for you. This could be a boss, a VIP client, or maybe even somebody from your social life that is also trying to hook you up with something that will benefit you or your household financially. And you are being urged to at least investigate, be open to the idea. This can also be a sign that there is a hookup coming in the form of maybe a recruitment opportunity if you would like to take that on. Your community, when we look at communications, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the King of Cups reversed. And there may be a point this week where you have to confront where you need to take some space from somebody that is ultimately allowing their negativity, let's just put it that way, their insecurities, their wounds, their bitterness to almost become a polluting element in your world. The King of Cups reverse can often show up where somebody is clinging to us and also dragging us down to their level at the same time. This could be a family member, this could be a friend, this could be a neighbor, this could even be somebody that you work with. But with the King of Cups reversed, it's important to understand that this person is just not willing or able to do the work to get themselves out of the situation. They would rather kind of pull you down into their abyss and get company in their abyss as opposed to get out of the situation they're in. And I feel like a lot of you may be deciding, I'm not going to tolerate that, right? I'm not going to tolerate this kind of pollutant influence anymore. When it comes to your challenge, you've got the Two of Pentacles upright. This week is going to be very, very busy, and you are going to be in a situation where you kind of have to be in more than one place at a time. There is a way to work everything in, but with the Two of Pentacles, you got to make sure you're not overbooking yourself, double booking other people, and also making sure that you are setting up realistic timelines and timetables for all the projects that you have in the works. With the Two of Pentacles here as your challenge, make sure that you're not rejecting too many things compulsively, right? We don't want to turn down the Page of Cups. We don't want to turn down the Ace of Cups, but we are also not saying yes to everything. Finding that balance is key. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the World card upright. And this week, all relationships are going through a powerful level up. The World card is all about stepping up into a new status, stepping up into a new stature, and this is affecting all other corners of your world at the same time. For those of you who are single or available to new people, absolutely we are meeting somebody who can go the distance into a long-term relationship, and they may be even trying to manifest for themselves the same kind of relationship that you are. For those of you who are coupled or are married, this is a time where a lot of you are getting a chance to finally enact some kind of plan that maybe you and a partner or you and a spouse have been waiting for the right time or the right amount of money in order to bring forth into being. And a lot of you who are curious about moving on up from maybe a situation from not being official to being official, this is the week where those talks happen as well. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 27th. This week, your big spiritual theme of the big focus is the Sun card reversed. And even reversed, the Sun is a very good card. This is a week where a lot of things in your life that have become overcomplicated, become confusing, or maybe over-entangled are starting to get reorganized. The Sun card reversed is all about simplification and bringing things back to a place of order, lightness, levity, and allowing things to finally have their best chance. However, with the Sun card reversed, sometimes we get the harsh light of day treatment, or maybe people around us do. You know, a lot of people always go, love and light, love and light. The light itself has no tolerance for, dysfunction, discord, and distortion. And so, the things in your world that may be dealing with that or confronting those shadows, or maybe even things that people live with that are made up of that, are going to get fried. However, this is a massive purification experience for all corners of your world at once, and I do think that everyone's going to be breathing easier by the time we walk on into March. For your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Four of Pentacles upright. And this week you may encounter a situation where a road is getting closed. The Four of Pentacles could be closing a professional road, it could be closing a financial road or a household road. You may be the one even doing the closing. Some of you may be cutting some people off or deciding to become more restrictive with your own personal or professional boundaries. However, the Four of Pentacles upright says this is the right thing to do. We may be finding out about something that we wanted to do that is not all it's cracked up to be. We may be getting protected from something we didn't know would be harmful for us. Or we may be finally being more protective with something that we have been too loosey-goosey with. When it comes to community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Five of Pentacles reversed, and it looks like there is a friend or a relative stepping forward with some kind of assistance for you. This is somebody going above and beyond the call of duty, someone who does care about you a lot, and they are hooking you up with something that's going to fill a void or fill a vacancy in your life that maybe you and those around you have just kind of learned to live with, work around, or jerry-rig other matters to overcompensate for. But this is a part of simplifying things and making things easier for you, as we saw with the Sun card reversed. This could be money, this could be maybe even them offering their assistance, passing something off to you, or perhaps even taking something off of your hands and allowing you to fill that void yourself. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Page of Pentacles upright. Putting thoughts and desires into action is going to be what you need to keep in mind. Talk is cheap. Talk is worthless. Not all the time, but you know what I mean. I have to be hyperbolic. It's a short reading. The Page of Pentacles can sometimes indicate where we are maybe not necessarily putting our money or our actions where our mouth is, as a challenge anyway. And we are being challenged to do that. Start planting seeds. Start taking the first steps. Is there something that you're procrastinating? Is there something that you are afraid to have an important conversation and start working on with another person? Is there something that you're afraid to at least put the building blocks up for? This is a week with the Page of Pentacles where you want to be ready to give things solid form. When it comes to relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Seven of Swords reversed. And there may be some unexpected revelations going on when it comes to secret matters in love. And with the Seven of Swords reversed, there could be secrets coming out that change the way that you feel about a certain plan or a certain person. I've seen this show up in personal readings for people where secret crushes reveal who they are, secret admirers reveal who they are. So for those of you who are single or available, you may find out that maybe a neighbor, somebody at the gym, somebody at the office, somebody at school may actually have a little bit of a torch for you there. And for those of you who are coupled or are married, there may be some kind of secret coming out that you and a partner or a partner-to-be, a partner intended, are able to take advantage of in order to speed up progress when it comes to something that you are trying to get taken care of and completed together. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot for the week starting February 27th. Your big spiritual theme or your big focus this week is the Queen of Wands upright, and you are assuming control of a lot of things that you have not had control of in your world until this point, making important calls, getting to delegate, also getting a chance to customize and alter agreements, commitments, or constants in your life that maybe you have been okay with but didn't know could be better. The Queen of Wands is about putting you into a position of power and promoting you, promoting your good name and propagating the things that you care about. And so you're going to be getting this treatment quite a lot this week. For your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the King of Wands reversed. And there may be some very frustrating news coming in around somebody's immature, flaky, unstable, or disorganized, chaotic activity putting a financial, household, or professional matter at risk, or perhaps even creating some kind of empty spot. Maybe somebody is just not cut out for the role that they have assumed or the space that they have taken up in your life. Now, this can be frustrating, but there is another side to this message, especially with the Queen of Wands up right nearby. Some of you may be getting elevated to a higher position or taking over what this person has screwed up and maybe lifting yourself up or moving on up because of it. You may be winning at somebody else's downfall. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Hermit upright. And it looks like you will be spending most of your time with an important ally, maybe somebody that you look to as a mentor, a role model, or maybe somebody that was a more active and engaged BFF in your life once upon a time. The Hermit card always shows up when, say, one of the bigger chess pieces on your personal board is going to be very active, right? This isn't a casual person. This isn't an acquaintance. This is a rook. This is a knight. This is somebody coming in to help you take on a situation and maybe even increase the amount of rewards or payoffs that you get for that. This could be a collaboration, or this could be somebody offering their power for you to use at your disposal. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Magician card reversed. Be careful about where you've been betting on the wrong horses, Cancer. The Magician card reversed can often show up where fraudsters, people who talk a big game, people who are not as educated, intelligent, or equipped have been given seats of power or influence or popularity or acclaim or credit where they should not get it. And you, I'm getting a message, have maybe been doing that, giving it to the wrong people, betting on the wrong horses. Maybe it's that King of Wands reversed there. Be ready to take back what you've been giving to the wrong people. When it comes to relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And it looks like a lot of you are going to be jettisoning something from your love life this week. The Seven of Pentacles reversed is all about getting rid of something that has become a pernicious element or maybe even a liability as it relates to a household or family matter. Now, for a lot of you who are coupled or are married, this could be something that you and a partner or a spouse are very happy to finally have happen. Something that's been draining us, blocking us, sucking away our finances, or even stirring up drama is finally getting eliminated. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, this could be the elimination of some kind of block, either to your schedule, your time, or your availability, or even the time, availability, or schedule of a person of interest that is allowing things to finally move forward there. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And if you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 27th. This week, your big spiritual theme, your big focus is the Temperance card upright, which is all about slow, smooth transitions. The Temperance card is about taking the first steps into a whole new world. We've got one foot in our old life and one foot in our new life. And you're going to be finding that with the Temperance card, these slow, smooth transitions are going to start quickly overriding and overwriting a lot of problem areas in your life that maybe you've been at wit's end when it comes to confronting. This is a time of blending, it's a time of harmony, and it's a time of incorporating new assets into your life. And you may be finding that this is going to be, giving the treatment to all corners of your world at the same time. This could be also a time of many slow but promising starts, especially when it comes to ambitions and maybe ventures that you have been slowly inching yourself towards, but now are starting to see some serious payoffs. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work and your job, your finances, you've got the Eight of Pentacles reversed. And this is giving me a message of quitting. This is giving me a message of abandonment, shutting things down. The Eight of Pentacles reversed is all about getting away from situations that are not taking us where we want to go, as well as situations that are harder than they need to be. They are maybe not giving us back what we need. We may need to correct errors, or we may be getting off the hook for something that we think is important or that has been thrown upon us as a responsibility, but because it exists, we've been unable to do anything else. There can also be some frustrations, though, that come up with the Eight of Pentacles reversed. You may be catching mistakes, correcting mistakes, or even having to fix problems or challenges that other people in your workforce or among your peer group, your colleagues have created, or other issues that may be going on with financial matters, but they can be fixed. But once you fix it, be ready to help yourself and others that you want to take with you move on from ever being in a situation to go through that again. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Six of Pentacles reversed. And it looks like some of you are going to be in a situation where you have to cut somebody off. Or at least start saying no a bit more fervently, because the Six of Pentacles reversed is all about not giving more energy, more time, or more resources to that which cannot give back in an equivalent exchange. And you may be finding that a situation where you've been getting taken advantage of, or getting exploited in some way has gone too far. If you're already aware of something like this happening, you may be deciding that you are not going to spend any more time with this person. You're not going to give any more energy to this person, any more money to this person. This could be something going on with a friend, air quotes. This could be something going on with a neighbor. This could be something going on with another household in your family, or maybe something that you've got going on in a collaboration where you're obviously giving more than you're getting back. And it's time to balance the scales. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Five of Swords reversed, which is all about peace. It's funny enough, the Five of Swords reversed is all about ending conflicts, walking away from conflicts, bringing in peace, and no longer fighting battles that are not really going to go anywhere, right? Sometimes staying and fighting a battle or staying and processing something is just a self-indulgent way of picking a wound and procrastinating your own growth. I see it all the time when when it comes to especially the world of tarot and astrology. And this is a week where you are being challenged to not do that if you're already guilty of doing that, but also at the same time realize where some battles and some fights are only going on because the other party won't move on. You are getting a chance to take up the challenge of bringing more peace in your life by, yes, sometimes letting somebody else have the last word, letting the baby or the bitch have their bottle, whatever you got to do. But don't stick around in situations that live off the drama because the drama is convenient enough of distraction for other people, right? Kind of like people who like those Ricky Lake readings, to never take responsibility for their life. You walk away. Just walk away. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Eight of Cups upright. And this week, there's even more walking away going on, but in a good way. Because the Eight of Cups is indicating some very good news on the part of a partner-to-be, or maybe even somebody new. They are walking away from something that they have been committed to or attached to for a very long time, or something that has been commanding or dictating their time and availability. And them walking away from that situation is actually having them close a distance between you and them. Maybe it's literally closing a distance for those of you who've been in long-distance relationships, or this could be a situation where a partner is leaving a job that has been really harmful to their quality of life and even taking its toll on your relationship. Some of you may be meeting somebody new, for those of you who are single or available, who may be moving closer to you, moving into your area. Or all of this could be, of course, vice versa, if you are the one taking the opportunity to close the distance between you and your love. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 27th. And your big spiritual theme, or the big focus of this week, is the Nine of Wands, reversed, which is all about finding the balance between taking your walls down in a good way and keeping yourself completely wide open in a way that is exposing you to potential harm and potential danger. And we do need to be able to find the balance, because you're not going to be able to make progress in your life behind 3 inches of bulletproof glass, but you don't want to leave yourself open to the elements. With the Nine of Wands reversed, we're going to see a lot of doors that have been closed in your world start swinging open. Some good, some not so good. And so you're going to need to be ready to, discern and navigate them, each and every one, very carefully. We also have, with the Nine of Wands reversed, the release of something that has been walling you up or trapping you in some way, and you need to be okay with letting it go. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the King of Swords reversed. And there may be some kind of conflict coming up this week with somebody who is not who they say they are. The King of Swords reversed can often show up as a manipulator, somebody who does not speak in whole truths. They may not necessarily lie, but they certainly don't tell the whole truth, so more of a lie of omission. And this could be a situation where a client, a colleague, somebody that you have entrusted financial information to, or maybe even a boss, is starting to show their true colors by proving that they're not showing all their colors at once. Be careful in a situation with a person like this. You may have to challenge or question a lot of things that you used to take for granted about how this person behaves, and you certainly don't want to get recruited into doing anything immoral, unethical, or potentially illegal in situations where it's not really worth it anyway, right? I mean, this King of Swords reverse could be somebody that is maybe not necessarily trying to commit an act like that against you, but they may also be trying to recruit you to commit an act of such for them, or get involved in a situation that you have no business in. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Hanged Man reversed. Really good news coming forth for you this week, because something that was once suspended or blocked or held up is now coming back on the table. This could be great news, especially for those of you that feel like maybe something got put up on a shelf or frozen once upon a time. This could be money. This could be a job opportunity. This could be something that you've got going on with a friend or a partner, something that almost, was going through, almost was getting on a roll in the past, but had to be stalled for whatever reason. This could be months ago. This could be years ago. Is finally back on the table and ready to get going. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Nine of Cups reversed. Virgo, you got to take responsibility for the way you communicate this week. In fact, take responsibility for the way you communicate every day and every moment you do communicate anything for the rest of your life, right? We need to do that, because the Nine of Cups reversed is indicating that we're going to be going through a bit of a monkey's paw kind of experience. The wishes that we put out there, how we communicate, that is what we are going to get back. Imagine life as working with a genie in a bottle all week, and you are getting the wish you made the way you made the wish. So be careful. You're going to be having a lot of yes answers, but you can be your own undoing if you're not good at communicating, saying what you mean, meaning what you say, and leaving no room for misinterpretation. So that is all of our challenges this week, me included. Again, I'm a Virgo as well. For relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we've got the High Priestess reversed. And this week, there could be something going on where we are helping a partner get out of a situation that they were manipulated into being in. Or this could also apply to a new person or a partner-to-be. But with the High Priestess reversed, we are seeing a situation where they have been maybe mistaught, misinformed, or manipulated themselves into committing to something, getting entangled with something that is actually precipitating more harm, bringing in more trouble, and the other person or the other party in the situation, in this manipulation, may actually be getting revealed for what their plan or agenda was all along. This could be something happening to them with work. This could be one of their family members, a friend of theirs, or something going on with a creative or financial matter. It's important to understand that you yourself may be in for a bit of a shock because maybe you trusted this other party as well. But if you want to help your spouse, your partner, or your partner-to-be, you will get caught up on everything that's coming forward here. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on with your weekly tarot for the week starting February 27th. And this week, your big spiritual theme or your big focus is the Five of Wands reversed. It's time to cool things off. In fact, this is a card of getting a chance to take your leave of a lot of chaotic, overly involved situations that are just wastes of energy, right? Heavy investments, heavy activity that go nowhere. The Five of Wands reversed is all about stepping out, quitting, backing off, taking your goods, taking what's yours, and moving on to bigger and better things, especially when it comes to maybe conflicts or efforts that are just not really worth it for the amount of time, energy, and effort that they are asking or demanding of you. You're going to get a lot of chances to bow out of situations that you wish you could quit or you wish would leave you alone, and you certainly want to be able to take them. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Lovers reversed. And there's going to be the clearing or the severance of some kind of bad or adverse attachment that has been maybe creating or stirring up problems for you or your home or maybe even your position at work for some time. The Lover's card reverse is all about the elimination and the blocking of a bad contract, a bad alliance, a bad agreement, or a bad payment arrangement in this regard. And you may be finding that you are put on a much easier street or in a much clearer lane because of it. If you've been looking to get out of any kind of situation you've been bound up in, this is going to be a good week for you because there is a freedom moment here that you want to embrace. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Three of Swords upright. And there may be something going on where you are going to need to be ready to assess some kind of situation where a friend or someone you care about could be needing some backup or some support because of a conflict or some kind of heartache that has been stirred up in their life. With the Three of Swords, I'm not getting the sense that this is being inflicted upon you or involving you in any way, but you may be called upon to intervene or intercede on somebody else's behalf. Somebody you know might be getting betrayed, or perhaps a situation that was already pretty bad is getting worse, and you are going to want to be ready to help out if and however you can. When it comes to your challenge, you've got the Page of Swords reversed, or the Princess of Swords reversed. This is going to be a week which is all about correcting missteps and correcting bad math. A lot of these cards, you know, the Lovers reversed, the Five of Wands reversed, it's all about getting you out of dodge when it comes to problematic conditions. You don't want to necessarily stay in a bad place just because you stayed there for as long as you have. And you don't want to maybe be too proud to admit where we may have trusted the wrong people or made a mistake here or there and got tripped up. With the Page of Swords reversed, you want to be careful not to allow any kind of deceit or miscalculations, misinformation, or disinformation to further trip you up. And I feel like you're going to be correcting a lot of your own past assessments, but also at the same time refuting new misinformation and new disinformation that may be coming your way as well. You got to know when to nip it in the bud. You need to know when to call it quits, and maybe even walk away from people that insist on drinking the Kool-Aid. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Ace of Swords upright, and it looks like a road is opening up to love, or a road is opening up for new love to finally move into a new story. Or for those of you who are coupled or are married, a door is opening up for the couple to cross a very important threshold. With the Ace of Swords, we have a green light, right? I always refer to this as the green light card. Something is finally ready to blossom. And for a lot of you, this could be something that you have been waiting on, whether this is something you've been waiting on when it comes to a new relationship opportunity, or maybe something that you and a partner have been beating around the bush with, dancing around for a very, very long time. With the Ace of Swords, you may be finding that a locked door can now be opened, whether this is something that eluded you, or that this is something that you and a partner were struggling to solve as far as a puzzle, how things are all supposed to come together. It's just looking a whole lot more crystal clear because of this new development. And so in love this week, be ready, because this is kind of doing a life direction change, or a life-changing direction event, I guess you could put it, when it comes to how this shows up. And you may be finding that, a relationship is going into smoother sailing, or a relationship plan or a household ambition is now hitting a much more smoother sailing type of experience. And, a lot of puzzles are getting solved this week for all of you. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 27th. This week, your big spiritual theme or the big focus is the Eight of Swords, upright. This is a week where a lot of you are getting a chance to see why certain processes, certain projects, or certain pursuits are going nowhere, or assess spaces where we may be chasing our tails and going in circles. With the Eight of Swords upright, we're going to be brought face to face with the circumstances that keep maybe us paralyzed or under a glass ceiling of some kind. But it's important to remember that the Eight of Swords is all about realizing that there are escapes from these situations, but you may have to accept where you need to make that escape, even if you've been avoiding escaping or solving a problem a certain way. Remember, the girl in the picture is remaining tied up and blindfolded voluntarily at this point in time. She could easily cut the cords around her wrists on one of the swords about her and take off the blindfold and just go on her merry way. But she's not, and you've got to see what solutions have you been avoiding that need to be embraced. When it comes to material circumstances, your work, your job, and your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, we've got the Three of Pentacles reversed. And this could be an Eight of Swords situation getting revealed when it comes to a work situation or a professional situation, something going on with your money. A certain collaboration, group effort, or arrangement that you have with other people is lopsided, or it's not going very well because of bad group participation, bad company, or maybe just the wrong hands on deck. And there is a need to assess a teamwork breakdown here. Where have we been maybe trusting the wrong people? Where have we been marketing to the wrong people? Where have we been collaborating with the wrong people? There is always an opportunity to turn the Three of Pentacles right side up, but you have to get rid of the bad eggs. And maybe that's a solution you've been avoiding, but you can't anymore. When it comes to community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Queen of Cups upright. And it looks like somebody is working really, really hard behind the scenes to help pull off some kind of big win or miracle for you. The Queen of Cups is always going to step forward as kind of a fairy godmother, fairy godfather, fairy god sister or brother kind of energy, where this is somebody stepping outside of their lane to go above and beyond the call of duty for you. This could be an offering. This could be something that is being set up by this person, or this could be somebody using their own power, their own resources, their own pull, their own influence to make something happen for you. However, with the Queen of Cups, it's important to understand that in order to maintain this good fortune, you're going to have to learn how they did it. So they may also need to be allowed to be a bit of a tutor in your life for a little while. When it comes to your challenge, you've got the Wheel of Fortune upright. Let good things happen to you, even if it means bad things go through bad experiences. It's a weird message, but the Wheel of Fortune upright as a challenge is indicating you don't really have any real material manifested challenges this week, but you may have to face the fact that you cannot raise everything up. You cannot raise the vibration of a toxic, discordant, or unfair situation so that it suddenly passes for healthy and acceptable. And you are moving on up in a way where you don't have to deal with that kind of thing anymore. But if you are trying to polish that which is unbalanced, or you are trying to maybe be an accessory in your own suffering by trying to overcompensate or try to help something unhealthy pass for healthy or look healthier, then you are going to miss out. And your challenge this week is to let good things happen to you, even if that means bad things happen to bad stuff around you. When it comes to relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Four of Cups reversed. And it looks like a partner-to-be, or a spouse is going to be going through a bit of a life orientation shift. The Four of Cups reversed is all about breaking out of a rut, shaking things up in the best of ways possible. And I kind of feel like there is a massive level up going on in the life of a partner or a partner-to-be. And you may be finding that them kind of bringing out this wilder side of them, this much more uninhibited side of them, or maybe an aspect of themselves that they have not been in very close touch with in recent history, is going to be bringing in a new spark of adventure and eroticism into your love life this week. And for those of you who are maybe single and are not talking to anybody right now, it may very well be that somebody that you did not notice was around, right, kind of a diamond in the rough, the needle in the haystack, will be also making themselves known. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 27th. And this week, your big spiritual theme of the big focus is the Knight of Cups upright. And this is going to be a week where your whole world is getting spruced up. A lot of really cool favors are being done for you in front of you and also behind the scenes, maybe in secret. Things that you don't know would actually be good for you. However, with the Knight of Cups, this is also a time where you need to be ready to embrace more affection, more closeness with people around you, even if you're used to keeping people at a bit of an arm's length, or maybe you've arranged your life into a series of pigeonholes. That is all not going to really help you with, all the goodies that are coming forward. The Knight of Cups can also indicate that you are getting pushed lovingly this week to take on opportunities and higher heights than you normally would push yourself to take, and you should at least entertain them. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And I'm seeing that something very promising is going to get put on the table, or maybe something very promising has already been put on the table as far as a work opportunity or a financial opportunity is concerned. Maybe it's an investment or a living situation plan. But the thing that you got to keep in mind is with the Ace of Pentacles reversed is it's not getting started the right way. And we may need to find a way to restart while there's still time so that we can still get the best out of the situation. Sometimes the Ace of Pentacles reverse can indicate something is unstructured, it's disorganized, or it's going too fast for its own good. And so we are going to need to take our time with this a little bit because there is a way to still get a big score, but we don't want this to be a haphazard pursuit. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Death card reversed. And this week, there is going to be a point where you may need to help somebody complete a transition that they are not completing, or something may come up in your life where you have to close business or an attachment or an arrangement that you thought you had closed, but you left wide open. With the Death card reversed, it's all about paying attention to where an old story or unfinished business is still in play, even though it shouldn't be in play. And throughout the course of this week, this may come up several times as we wrap this up for good. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Justice card upright. And with the Justice card as a challenge, I think you guys got this last week as well as a challenge. Maintaining a policy of honesty, even when you think it might not necessarily be the nicest way to be, is important, right? Especially when we weigh this against the Knight of Cups upright. Everyone wants to get closer. Everyone wants to be transparent. Everyone wants to have the strongest relationships possible. Well, we need to also have the freedom to be ourselves and be honest in order to do that. Another thing, though, that I'm kind of feeling from this Justice card, which is a bit different than the Justice card of last week, and yes, it's true, tarot cards do that, is that because we have that Ace of Pentacles reversed, the Death card reversed right next door, I feel like there may also be a reminder here that you are going to need to keep an eye on longevity. Do not make big commitments frivolously during this time. Everything that you say will be taken as good as a blood vow. And so you want to make sure that you are only making commitments that you would treat as a blood vow and not, throw commitments or ideas or agreements around willy-nilly, because some of these things will stick and you want to make sure only the ones you want do. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Two of Cups upright, and it looks like the Sagittarius people are going to be stepping into a whole new world or starting a whole new story with their romantic relationships. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, the Two of Cups upright is indicating a new relationship story is hitting the ground running. This could be with somebody that you are already seeing if you have a partner potential, or this could be somebody brand new stepping forward into your life. The Two of Cups upright is beautiful here because it's about perfect compatibility and a complementarian relationship all at the same time. Everybody wants what the other person wants. The arrangement, the value system, it's all pretty much taking care of itself. You want to make sure you're communicating though, right? You are responsible for being a good communicator, but this looks to be quite sweet. For those of you who are coupled or are married, the Two of Cups is indicating that we are segueing into a space where we can have the relationship, the marriage, or the family on our terms and the way we want to have it, especially if we have been kind of forced to maybe adapt our marriage or our family style in accordance with something else that we have been having to assess first. Maybe, money or work or in-laws or family or whatever were too prominent of influences in the way we were carrying on things behind closed doors. Well, not anymore. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 27th. And this week, your big spiritual theme and the big focus is the star upright. Be prepared for some transitions to get committed and to start trickling in or start their buffering process, as it were, this week. Because the star is all about getting a little bit now and a lot of it later. You're going to be finding that a lot of your world is starting to be kind of overwritten by a lot of, let's just say, higher experiences. The star can indicate promising transitions of all kinds, moves, promotions, relationship developments, expansion on different projects and things like that. And it's a gradient experience. You want to make sure that you are able to keep up the pace with what is going on here, because a lot of what gets started this week is going to start, I guess you could say, its loading process throughout the rest of March. For your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Ten of Cups reversed. And this week, there may be a discovery of some deceit, some kind of misinformation or disinformation that has been maybe giving you the wrong impression about something going on the job or with a financial or family matter. The Ten of Cups reversed often presents itself as something that claims to be perfect, or it looks picture perfect on the outside, but it's misdirecting from all of the problems on the inside. This could be something going on with the higher-ups. This could be something going on in the market. This could be something going on in a collaboration with a client. It goes on and on. But with the Ten of Cups reversed, we have a chance to get out of dodge, as to not be caught in the net that is getting woven by this Ten of Cups reversed. You may also discover there are some issues that may need to be addressed as it relates to your family history or something going on with a financial matter that is tied up with another person. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Six of Cups upright. And with the Six of Cups upright, this week, you are getting a chance to have something turn back on. Something is getting reunited with you. This could be with the help of a friend or an ally or a relative. Somebody is bringing something back into your life. Or this could be a beautiful reunion with an old friend or a relative or somebody that you care about deeply that you've been out of touch with for some time. Now, this is a sweet reunion, so, I don't want anyone to think that this is bringing somebody bad back into your life, unless you are addicted to drama. And in that case, you're probably not going to be subscribed to me for very long. But it's going to be a good reunion. Just have a good reunion. When it comes to your challenge, you've got the Four of Wands reversed. And your biggest challenge this week, honestly, is get ready to have a lot of new construction in your life get underway and allow it to get underway. The Four of Wands reversed is a very positive reversed card, even if you stack the fact that it's on a challenge position. It's about building. And more often than not, with the Four of Wands reversed in a challenge situation, we have to let good new things demolish and pave over and build on top of bad familiar things. And that can be a challenge because at some point it's almost like all of it's going to be coexisting in the same space. But with the Four of Wands reversed, preparing for transitions and allowing new construction to get underway is still a very good thing. It's the preparation before the big win, the graduation and the celebration. Stay out of your own way when this is working for you. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Two of Swords upright. And it looks like a relationship is going to be at a bit of a crossroads this week. You and a partner, you and a spouse, maybe you and a partner-to-be are going to be at a point where we have to face where a certain road that we've been on as a couple is branching off, one lane going this way, one lane going that way. And we're going to have to pick one by the end of the week. I feel like this is just about making sure that we are setting ourselves up for the timeline that we desire, But we may struggle with this every once in a while because sometimes the Two of Swords shows up where we're trying to have too many things at once, and some of the things that we're trying to include on this journey are not good for us, or not good for our family, or good for our finances. Hence, with the Four of Wands reversed, we've got to let the good replace the old. When it comes to those of you who are single or are available to new people, you may actually meet new people, of course, but you may meet more than one. And the Two of Swords is saying, allow yourself to play the field, right? Going exclusive or trying to, get into a committed relationship in a week is a red flag, right? That's a crazy person. You're under no pressure to do that. And with the Two of Swords, I think that you may need to see both of these people or both of these options a little bit more fully, because they are two very different kind of relationships, both of which I think you might want, but you need to see which one is truly the one for you. So that is what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 27th, 2023. And this week, your big spiritual theme, your big focus is the Chariot reversed. And this week, you're going to be finding that a lot of the plates that you've kept spinning, a lot of irons on the fire cannot continue the way that we've been doing it. The Chariot reverse can often indicate a need to pay attention where a lot of our to-dos, our priorities, and our goals need to have more time and energy and investment from us so that they can take on a life of their own, but we've spread ourselves too thin. This is going to be a week where you need to be ready to simplify, to declutter, to get more focused so that we don't end up in a scattered kind of way. The Chariot card reverse is also indicating a lot of bad eggs are going to be leaving your life this week, and you are being urged not to chase them down. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Nine of Swords reversed. And so we've got a positive that is looking negative on the outside. I am seeing that there is going to be a fair amount of stress coming up for you around a financial and professional matter where you are being forced to depart a situation that you were very comfortable in, but is no good for you anymore. Maybe we've just kind of hit the wall. It's become a bit redundant. It's a dead end. Or perhaps we are being asked to accept some kind of lift that is coming from maybe a new offer, but we need to leave the safety and the familiar patterns that we've become accustomed to. We may have to get over an insecurity around public speaking or high pressure situations. Please find a way to tough it out, because the Nine of Swords reversed can also be a card of getting discovered, an opportunity to be lifted up and out, but we can't try to make all of this good happen without meeting it where it is. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Ace of Wands reversed, and there may be something that comes up this week where you decide you're done. You're pushing somebody out of your space, pushing somebody out of your world. This could be somebody that it has been a close friend. This could be an ally, a contact, or it could even be just somebody that you go to directly or indirectly for advice, for counsel, for whatever. And with the Ace of Wands reversed, I feel like there is something going on where you're starting to see this person's true colors, and you're realizing that it's all for show, that this is all part of just sort of a character persona that they are projecting into the world. And it's a big turnoff, and you're done. You're walking away from them. You're exposing a fake. You're seeing the illusion, right? Kind of like what we saw with the card of the week, with the Moon card upright. Your biggest challenge this week is the Three of Cups upright. Weirdly enough, not much of a challenge to have. The Three of Cups upright is a positive card no matter how you spin it. But I would say that the Three of Cups as a challenge can sometimes ask us to pay attention to our anxieties around, well, giving more time to people that are better for us. Do we have a guilty conscience? Do we feel like we need to be more of a workaholic? Do we need to have our nose to the grind constantly? Or do we feel bad about mobility anxiety? Are we feeling guilty about going into a circle that is more hardworking or more responsible, more conscientious, or socially and emotionally fluent and complementarian? What is it that keeps us from being able to keep the company with those that are good for us? And that is the challenge we have to face. Is there something we've been slumming it with? Is there something that we have been cheating ourselves out of? Or is there a fear that we have about letting ourselves keep the company of those that are the most loving and helpful to us? When it comes to relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Six of Swords reversed. And it looks like everyone's hopping in a bit of a time machine this week. The Six of Swords reversed indicates going back to something that was left behind, or getting back on a road we feel like we shouldn't have left. You and a partner, a spouse, or a partner-to-be may be deciding that we want to change course with regards to this matter. This could be an activity, this could be a goal, a financial plan, something we wanted to do for our kids, or maybe even something that we as a couple or as a marriage or as a family abandoned, a few months ago or even a few years ago that we both regret abandoning. And now it's time to retrieve it. When it comes to those of you who are single or available to new people, it's very possible, yes, that another try with somebody from the past is also going to be available. Now, this might not necessarily be an ex or an ex-lover in any way. This could be closing the distance between you and somebody that never really got off the ground or had a chance to happen, or somebody connected to somebody from your past. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, you can go ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly tarot forecast for the week starting February 27th. And for your spiritual theme or your big focus this week, you've got the Ten of Wands upright. High maintenance success, stressful moves, but big wins and big gains are in the offering and will be plentiful this week. However, high maintenance is also the big theme here. With the Ten of Wands upright, you are coming into a space where you are going through some massive growth spurts, and perhaps some big moves or transitions are going to be required of you in ways where you're not taking them as seriously as you did in the past. This could be happening on the job or off the job. Be mindful with the Ten of Wands upright that sometimes when our dreams come true, our wishes get granted, a lot of our world gets shook up for it, and you need to be ready to allow it to get shook up. That way, we can finally move forward with these big moves and transitions and complete them. When it comes to your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, practical affairs as it relates to your home and family life, you've got the Seven of Wands reversed. And there's going to be something that comes up this week where you may realize that you have been fighting to win a battle that's not worth winning. This can sometimes show up in an argument. This could be something going on with a coworker, a client, a boss, a business partner, or maybe even a family matter or an investment matter. The Seven of Wands reverses indicating a need to know when to choose our battles. We may be fighting to complete, finish, or succeed at something that would create a very Pyrrhic victory, in which there are no spoils for anybody. And with the Seven of Wands reversed, luckily, however, there is always a back message as well. And the message behind this is, the second we let go of trying to fight for something that we're already over, the second we start to embrace some kind of big move, promotion, or shift that we want more instead. And that's going to be happening all at the same time throughout the course of this week. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Empress reversed. And you may get pretty fed up this week with a contact, a family member, a collaborator, or someone you're partnered with who seems to kind of be just the perennial screw up. The Empress reversed is the self-saboteur. It's the sign that the call is coming from inside the house, that this person is their own worst enemy, and therefore, by extension, the worst enemy of those sharing interest with them. You may decide that it's time to let go of maybe being included on whatever this matter is with this person, or let go of letting them be included with whatever this matter is. But this almost feels like just the final straw when it comes to her. It might not be a her, by the way, but with the Empress card reversed, again, there is somebody who has no intention of getting better, maturing, getting more skilled, more educated, or more conscientious here. And the longer we keep them in our space, the longer we keep them involved in sensitive matters, the longer we're going to have to endure those screw-ups. When it comes to your challenge this week, you've got the Ten of Pentacles upright. And this week, your biggest challenge is, well, not really a challenge at all. In fact, more often than not, the Ten of Pentacles is, it's kind of like the get out of jail free card in the tarot deck in a challenge position. You are safe. You know, this is the kind of thing where it says you have no challenge going on this week. You have no challenge that just kind of lasts from day to day to day. However, if you are challenged to do anything, it is to take the win that is going to be here. Take the win that's already happening. Move on from trying to finish up old business in broken, destitute, desolate, and dysfunctional spaces. Give yourself permission to move on up and forget any kind of survivor's guilt or shame or anything like that about not finishing stuff you probably never should have started. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you have the Nine of Pentacles upright, and we have more wins and more victories, because the Nine of Pentacles is all about wrapping up a story and finally cashing in on it, finally getting a chance to enjoy the spoils. And for a lot of you, this could be a long-term relationship plan or story coming full circle, or finally getting a chance to step into its prime. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, this could be somebody brand new, or maybe a partner-to-be, or someone that's been around for a while, but it's never really been able to fully gel or be experienced, and yet here we are with the Nine of Pentacles. The landscape, the world around it, has finally become something that allows it to finally get explored. Maybe it was before its time. Whatever is happening, the Nine of Pentacles says, all right, perfect setup, here you go. When it comes to those of you who are married or are coupled, the Nine of Pentacles is indicating you guys are cashing in or cashing out on something that you have each and all worked tirelessly to get through or to complete. And you may be enjoying the spoils, whether they're financial or material or just simply moral and emotional and social. You're giving yourselves a chance to finally break free of something that has been a high maintenance labor, and are getting a chance to reinvest the energy or the money or whatever you're getting out of it in yourselves and your futures individually, as well as also changing the future of what this relationship is. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.